everyone. How are you? Welcome to Beyond the Veil. I am Natalie Lucia, and this is my show on the Spirit Realm Network. Good morning, everyone. I see that chats and comments are coming in, so definitely let me know you're here. Share, tag your friends, all that fun stuff. If you're new here, please let me know that you're new, because I always like to welcome you to the show. Also, if you know anyone who could use a reading or might be interested in this topic, the stuff that we do here, and I'll explain in a second, definitely tag them, let them know we're on, all right? So welcome, everyone. I see everyone here. I am doing well. Today was absolutely beautiful outside. I didn't get to spend much time outside, but it was nice to just be outside, even if it was for a little bit, and the kids were able to be outside, which was really nice. So I hope that you guys also had some nice weather and were able to be outside. Hi, Megan. So I'm going to explain a couple of things before we get started here. What I do ask is that just know that this is being shared on different sites. So you may not be able to see all the comments, and that's because there's different pages where people are commenting from. If you want to be able to see the majority of the comments, it's the Spirit Realm Network where the majority of the stuff is, okay? But I get to see your comments. If I don't, that means that you're not on a main page, either my page or the Spirit Realm. So just make sure to be on either or page, okay? So how I work, and those of you who know already, let me know if I forget anything. That's really important. But how I work is I connect with the spirit world. So there's many mediums out there and many mediums who work. We all work differently. No one should be a cookie cutter medium. I always say that. I don't want people to look and say, oh my gosh, she is just like blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be like that. I want to be my own person. I want to work my own way. So the way I work is I tap into the spirit world. I go there first. So I don't go direct to the people in the audience. I go to the spirit world and I say, hey, who's here? And you know what? They're our loved ones. They're not energy, okay? They're not energy. They're moms, they're dads, they're friends, they're grandfathers, they're sisters, they're cousins, they're babies, they're all this different stuff. So you will not hear me say, I feel an energy. I don't say that. I'll say, I feel a mom. I have my water. Thank you. I'll say, I feel my mom, a mom, like I'll say things like that. So that's one way that I'm different. Because you know what? They're your loved ones, and I want to honor and respect them. I think that's really important. And I'm not saying anyone who says energy doesn't honor or respect anyone. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying the way I work and the way I feel that I need to respect the spirit world is by saying what they are, what their title was, how they could present themselves to you. Even though a grandfather was also a father, might have also been an uncle and a brother, the way they present themselves to you would be grandfather, because they were your grandfather, not energy. That's how I'm different. And there's nothing wrong with people out there that use the word energy. It's just not what I do. That's it. It's just not my thing. Oh, Samantha, welcome. This is your first time seeing me live. That's awesome. So what happens is I connect with the spirit world and I bring in what we call evidence. And what I do is I deliver this evidence to you. And you guys are really lovely with me. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, Nellie, I can't understand October, but I do understand November. I'm really, really, really picky. I really trust in your loved ones in the spirit world. It's really, really important for that. So I trust in them. So if I say I have a grandfather here, I'm not going to want to change him to a father. Okay. Hi, Chuck. If I say I have a sister here, I'm not going to want to change her to an aunt. Okay. So I just need you guys to just understand these few things. Okay. So just because, and the reason why I say this is I need you to understand these few things just because I don't want anyone to be offended or upset if I say I don't feel like I'm with you. Okay, because I really have to honor the spirit. Okay, I really have to honor them. With that said, there is such, I forgot for a second what I was going to say, and then I remembered. Oh, from Ireland, welcome. So there is such thing of what I call a piggyback or a parallel reading. And what I mean by that is me giving you guys all these details and all these instructions and explaining all this stuff to you guys is also because your loved ones in the spirit world are getting together. They're going, oh shit, she's on. And then they're getting together and they're going, okay, let's get together. Let's figure this out. And I always give the same example. They'll go across and they'll say, oh, I had a heart attack. You had a heart attack. Oh my gosh. You know, Michael, I know, Michael. Oh my gosh. October was your birthday. Oh my God. October was my birthday. And they get together. And what you'll see is your loved ones will honor one another on the other side. And they'll say, okay, who wants to be our voice tonight? And one person on the other side will be the voice. And I will connect with them here. And you will feel your loved one's soul. But you may not receive a direct reading. And that's because your loved one is allowing someone else to speak and to be honored. Don't take that away from you. What I mean by that is listen to what we're saying. Listen to what I'm sharing. If it resonates with you, it's not a coincidence. There's no such thing. You guys sitting here watching me, being with me on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time is not a coincidence. Your loved ones wrote this in the calendar, so to say, and said, listen, I know that they're going to be there watching Natalie, so I need to show up too. So nothing is a coincidence. I need you to understand that. Things happen for a reason, and there is absolutely such thing as a parallel reading. Okay, so there is such thing, so just know that. I think that's everything. I just say that. I think that's everything. For those of you who know, my house is chaotic. I have a lot of animals and I have kids. So you might hear noises in the background or chaos in the background. It's just what they do because that's the way they are. So I do ask that you guys, this is really important. If I'm connecting and you feel like this is your loved one, please tell me, yes, Natalie, I can understand 100%. Okay. And if you can't understand 100%, yes, Natalie, I can understand everything except for. Okay. And then I'm going to tap in. I'm going to see what resonates. Yeah, Noelle, you know, Piper. I woke up this morning. I'm sideways in my bed. I put a photo on Instagram. So if you guys are on Instagram and you don't follow me, definitely follow me, Natalie Lucia on Instagram. You'll see Piper. She has 3 of my pillows, my heating pad, and my remote control for my TV, and she's sleeping in my bed. I'm like, this is why, number one, my back hurts. This is why I'm washing my pillows consistently and my sheets constantly. And this is why she's spoiled. So if you guys are curious, just jump to my Instagram after the show and check out the picture of Piper. Also, if you're watching on your cell phone, I would suggest you put it on Do Not Disturb. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you get a phone call, a text message, or something interrupts this broadcast, what will happen is it'll freeze a video where you were interrupted. And then when you come back on, it's going to continue, but I'll be ahead of that. Noelle, you saw it here. So I'll be ahead of that. So I just want you to know that you might be commenting on something that I'm already past and done with. So that's the only other thing that I want to say. And share, please, guys. Share. Let people know that we're here. Tag your friends, all that fun stuff. Okay. So as I'm talking about all this, I have a mom here who's stepping forward, and she's like saying to me, not really stepping forward, but she's joining me, this mom. She's joining me, and she's actually pouring herself a glass of wine. But I hold my glass of wine like this. So I hold it like this. My 2 fingers are here. I hold my glass like this, and I'm holding it like this, and I'm sitting on the couch. I want to say that this glass of wine is either white or blush because it's a very light color glass of wine. So again, I want to say I have mom. I want to say that I have either a blush or white glass of wine. And she was waiting patiently. Was like, okay, Natalie, I think they understand all your directions. Can we move on next now? So I feel like she really enjoyed sitting on the couch, on the edge of the couch. So she wouldn't have been in the middle of the couch. She likes to sit on the side of the couch. She likes to sit with her legs crossed with her glass of wine. And that's really what she enjoyed in life. It wasn't like big things or anything like that. I know that there is a connection with General Hospital, or soap operas, I should say. So there's definitely a connection with soap operas or General Hospital. And I also know that I keep on hearing the name, which could be somebody who's living or past. Please understand that whenever I share a name with you, they can be living or past. But I do hear the name Catherine. Catherine sounds familiar, okay? Catherine can be living or past. If you could understand mom in the spirit world enjoying her glass of wine, telling me, okay, Natalie, let's hurry up. It would be blush or white, liking to sit on the couch. And if you could connect with the name Catherine as well, but you would have to understand 100% of this in order to say this, okay? So if you could understand that, and Charlene, I know that you're saying that you understand this. I would need to know you understand 100%. Mom is, she's really showing me like being very patient and like swinging her leg on the couch. And I feel like, you know what? I have two children. And I worked. So she's not telling me how she works. So if you could understand mom in the spirit world, loving her white glass of wine, her blush glass of wine, because I'm saying white or blush because I don't know which one it is. If you could understand her liking soap operas, especially General Hospital. And I want you guys to know that she's showing me that this would have been in her younger years watching General Hospital. So I don't feel like she would have watched this later on in life. I feel like this was younger. Thank you, Linda, for sharing. I feel like this is younger years. Good evening, Janine. I think it's Janine or Jenny. I'm not sure which one it is, how to pronounce it. All right. Always the first one. People are like, not really sure if this is my mom. My mom liked watching soap operas. My mom liked drinking wine. Hi, Lisa. So again, mom, blush or a white wine. Hi, Gwendolyn. Blush or white wine, enjoyed. I want to lean toward General Hospital. I really do. But soap operas at a younger age, 2 children, and mom worked. So if you could understand this from mom, please let me know. Hi, Candy and Danielle. The awkward silence of people going, I'm not sure. I think this is my mom, but I don't know. Thank you for sharing, Spirit Realm Network. Can I just know who is my monitor? Melanie, thank you. Mother and mother-in-law, father, father-in-law, sister, sister-in-law will come in the same. I'm sorry about that, hon. I'm sorry about that. If I could just know who's my monitor so I know who to message or text, that would be great. Oh, that's okay. If you, Kathleen, wait. I said Catherine. Kathleen, listen for a second, hon, only because I said, mom likes to drink white or blush wine. Cindy Melanie says mother-in-law. Do me a favor. I want to say this again. Let me just give you the pieces of evidence again. I know I'm sitting on the couch. I know I like to hold my wine a certain way. I know that I like soap operas. I kept seeing General Hospital, but I didn't quote General Hospital. I said it could have been another one. I heard the name Catherine. I know there was 2 children. I know mom worked. Those are the things that I gave. So if you could understand 100% of that, just let me know. And whoever is my monitor tonight, if you could just let me know, whoever's sharing for the spirit realm. I'm not going to let mom go. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not going to let mom go. And I'm going to tell you also that if you feel like this is mom, we need to talk, because if not, I got a text and I thought it was my monitor. Okay, Jim. Thank you, Jim. I'm going to send you a quick text, Jim, for a sec, just in case. Okay. Kathleen, my grandmother is Catherine, but my mom has 3 children, but everything else is true. Let me just go in a little bit deeper, Kathleen. And Melanie, not 100% for you. Let me just go a little bit deeper. Where would the 2 children come in, Kathleen? Because she keeps talking to me about the 2. So that's what she keeps talking to me about, the 2. Tammy, come on, guys, claim her, because you know how stubborn I am. I'm not going to let her go. Let me just get a little bit more. Your brother has two kids. Kathleen, let me just say something because your brother has two kids. I mean, is there a birthday coming up in the family, Kathleen? Because I keep hearing happy birthday, happy birthday. So I want to talk about that also. So is there a birthday coming up? So you would understand mom being in the spirit world, her loving, and Michelle, if you could understand 100%, let me know. Mom being in the spirit world, her liking blush and or white wine, liking to watch soap operas. Catherine is definitely a connection. I have a connection to the two children, and I know mom worked. Yes, my son is next Sunday. My husband is next Sunday. Kathleen, I do think I'm with you, hon. I got to say that because I know that the two. So let me just dig a little bit deeper with mom because I feel like, oh, Kathleen, would you understand? Do you have a butterfly bush? I keep seeing a butterfly bush. I keep seeing butterflies as a big connection, but I keep seeing this actual bush outside that mom keeps mentioning to me. So I know that you would understand a connection to a butterfly bush or literally have a butterfly bush. She also keeps telling me like she wants you to stop and have that glass of wine. I feel like you, and she's not like, you know what I mean by that. Like she wants you to kind of stop, relax, kick your feet up, have that glass of wine. Because I feel like lately, you would pour yourself a glass of wine, but never get to finish it. Do you understand what she means by this? By pouring yourself a glass of wine, but never getting to finish it. I also know that I do want to say happy birthday to your son and to your husband. I don't want to skip that. I don't want to ignore that. I do want to do that. It's a bush with a solar butterfly in the bush. Perfect, Kathleen, because she keeps showing me the connection to the butterfly in the bush. So I just said butterfly bush. So if you could understand that, absolutely, without a doubt. So she wants to tell you to kind of say, you know what? Sit on the couch. And I keep on saying like, you're going to see my messy desk for a sec. I keep on saying like, tapping on the couch, like, come sit with me. Come sit down with me and have a glass of wine with me. Like, that's what I'm hearing. So I want you to know, like, sit down on the couch. Is the couch beige? Was mom's couch a light beige? Because I keep, or your couch, actually, it might be a light beige couch, I'm saying. But I feel like, have a seat. Pour that glass of wine, sit down. And even though you might feel a little odd doing this, but I think you'll be okay with it, have that conversation with mom. Tell her how your day is going. Tell her how things are going, because that's what she's sharing with me. Like, that's what she's sharing, like what she's saying, you know, like have a glass of wine with me. Let's chat. Let's talk it up. So that's what I want to share with you from mom. And I keep hearing the wind chimes. Hers was beige. Okay, good. Because she keeps showing me a beige couch. So she's showing me sitting on the couch, just so you know. But she is absolutely sending love and happy birthdays. But she's really, really, really stressing, come have a glass of wine with me. Come sit with me and enjoy yourself, because that's what we want. Okay. So I just want to leave you with that from mom, and happy birthday to your son and your husband. Very important. As I was talking to Kathleen here, I do know that I do feel a brother coming through. And I know this brother is making me feel like an impact in my chest. So I want to talk about brother. I want to talk about impact in the chest. And I want to talk about this sudden, you're welcome, Kathleen, this sudden and unexpected passing. What's funny, not funny, but what's funny is that my passing sudden and unexpected, and I feel this all of a sudden in my chest, but I want to lean towards heart attack in a way. Like it really I feel like I had a massive heart attack. And I'm just writing this down so I don't forget. So what I want to share, and those, you know, beautiful for Kathleen, I'm very happy for her. If you could understand a brother in the spirit world that would have passed suddenly and unexpectedly to a massive heart attack, please let me know. And I know you would also understand a connection to the name Jim. It can be living or past, but I know you would understand this connection as well. So if you could understand a brother in the spirit world who passed suddenly and unexpectedly, remember, brothers and brother-in-laws come in the same. So if you could understand a brother in the spirit world, it's okay if it was 17 years ago, Candace. Time is not linear for them, just so you know. It could have been 50 years ago. It wouldn't make a difference. So Candace, if you could understand, your brother was 5 and died of heart failure years ago, Cindy. Let me just get a little bit more. This would be like suddenly. Because I feel this impact in my chest. That's what I want to stress. Like I feel this impact. So it's like boom, like my heart gave up. That's really sudden, unexpected. My heart just gave up. That's really important to know. Also, Margie, did he die of a heart attack suddenly and unexpectedly? Oh, your brother Jim died last year. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to do the comments and this also. Margie, would you understand the sudden impact in the chest and the sudden unexpected passing of him? I want you guys to know that comments do come in a little bit later for me, just so you know. So I know I have a brother, and I know that he's really making my heart just all of a sudden go. And I know that my passing was sudden and unexpected. I know this from him. He keeps on giving me the name Jim as significant. Janet, I'm good. How are you? He keeps giving me the name Jim. Sharon, my brother died with something to do with his heart, but I didn't know if he had a friend called Jim. Okay, so Sharon, just don't leave me, okay? It was suddenly heart congestion. Okay, Candace. Let me get a little more, honey. Let me just get a little bit more. I keep on seeing keys. So I know your brother, and it's funny, I keep seeing keys, but I know that he would have carried keys with him. So it's not just one or two keys. I feel like I have keys for like everything. Keys for the garage and keys for the car and keys for the house. I keep seeing keys, 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 keys. So I keep hearing keys and seeing them. So I want to see that, I say that as well. See, Margie, the thing is that I don't want to take this away from you, but I want to say that this was suddenly, I want to say. So having cancer wouldn't be sudden like we would know, hon. Like I really think this is suddenly. Sorry, I'm just trying to get a little bit more. So I just want to go over this one more time because I really want to know. And please just tell me if you can understand this. I have a brother here. I know this brother would have had died suddenly and unexpectedly and an impact in the chest. Jackie, everything impact in the chest. I want to say massive heart attack, unexpected. You would have to understand the name Jim as a connection to him or to you. And Jim can be living. I'm not saying your brother's name was Jim, but I know that there would have to be a connection to Jim. And I want to talk about the keys that your brother would have had. So not just one set of keys or not just car keys. It would have been like, you know, house keys, car keys, garage keys, work keys, these keys, that keys. I keep seeing keys as a big thing. So I keep seeing this. So Jackie, I know you said just popped in, but yeah, so you're a possibility. Is there anyone else that can understand this before I go any further? He went to sleep and we don't know what he died as. Jim is my father and a living brother. Gwendolyn, yes to all. Let me get a little more. Okay, so Gwendolyn is also yes to all. Let me just get a little bit more. I know that you would understand a connection to a motorcycle. And I'm not saying that he had a motorcycle, but I keep seeing a motorcycle as a connection, So I would know that you would understand having a motorcycle in the family as well. And the personality that he's giving me is that he would love to tease people. Like he would love to tease them. And he could take it as well. But I feel like he has a really good sense of humor where he would love to tease people. And he always knew like what to say to make others laugh, but not at expense for anyone. Jackie, so you're saying that it must be with Gwendolyn? Okay. Yes to motorcycle. Okay, Gwendolyn. I just want to talk for a second, Gwendolyn, and I'm gonna really, Gwendolyn, mom has passed as well, correct? And I have a feeling, Jackie, just keep listening because I'm not, you know. Candace, Candace, you could understand everything also. So you could understand the brother, the sudden impact in the chest, like a heart. Okay. Okay, let me just get a little bit more. And yes, mom has passed. Okay. Gwendolyn, are you saying that this is your friend's brother or your brother? Because I had a brother, so I don't want to change that. So I can't change it. This person is not your brother, a friend's brother. I just want to make sure that I know. Oh, Sharon, I'm sorry. Elena, if this is too much for you, hon, I don't want you to emotionally listen. Grief is real. Grief is very, very real. If you want to stay, I'm going to get more evidence. And then if you feel that it is with you, if you feel, no, you said husband though, Elena. You said husband. I have a brother. The only way is that if his sister or brother were sitting next to you, that I would be able to change that. He was like a brother to you, Gwendolyn. Okay, he would have to be like a brother to you. Okay. All right, let me just go on. Because I feel like Gwendolyn, I keep seeing flowers. I keep seeing fresh flowers. So were you outside today, either gardening, or were you looking at flowers that you wanted to plant? Were you deciding today on what you were going to plant outside, or looking at flowers, wanting to plant things? Because I keep seeing the connection to the flowers. And it's a deep connection to flowers, I want to say. Elena, stay here for a second if you're okay with it. Only if you're okay. All right, hon, just if you're okay. If you're not okay, just say, I'm not okay, Natalie. I'm going to go. Just let me know, okay? Yes to flowers. Okay. Yes, looking at the flowers. Okay. So Gwendolyn, what I want to talk about is I know that you are the type to make sure that there's fresh flowers in the home, or that people are taken care of, things like that. That's really important. Like, I know that you're the type to make sure, like, oh, I have company coming over, let me get fresh flowers, because I keep hearing this. And this brother figure, we could say, because you said he was like a brother to you, that he's kind of teasing you about this. Because he says, like, it's the little things that are really important to you that he laughs and wants to make fun of you about. And I feel like he would have done this in life. He would have, like, kind of picked on you for certain stuff, but not in a bad way. So I feel like he wants to come through and just kind of tease you a bit, tease you about, oh, look at you. You're still trying to get everything, together and try to get everything, perfect and all that fun stuff. And he's teasing you on this stuff because he wants you to remember that he is around. And he's saying, like, just because I'm not physically here and I can't always tease you the way I used to, I'm still going to tease you from the other side, because I'm really proud of you. And I'm really happy that you're still continuing to do the things you do in life, even though you've been through quite a bit, because I feel like you've had quite a lot of loss in your life. So I just want to say that he's kind of saying, like, I'm here too. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still around you. So I want you to know that, okay? So I want to leave you with this brother that means the world to you, and just know that he's still around you and loves you very much. And he says that he does want you to plant the flowers in the front by the walkway. So I hope that makes sense, because I keep seeing a walkway in the front, and he wants you to plant the flowers there that you were deciding or picking or thinking about. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that, hon. And I'm going to leave you with a lot of love. And I know you'll always remember him. Thank you, Gwendolyn. Elena, the reason why I asked you to stay for a second, if you could, is only because I kept on hearing, I'm here, I'm a husband. Now, this may not be your husband, honey, but I didn't want you to miss out just in case. Okay. So that's why I didn't want you to miss out. Now, the thing is that this husband that I have here, though, he is talking to me about a heart condition and having heart issues. He's also talking to me about not feeling right, but not understanding it or not thinking, hi, Nancy, or not thinking that they always make me work, don't they, Tammy? They always do. So the husband not thinking that it was what it was. So I feel like it's kind of like I have this feeling of, I don't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. I'm off, but I never thought that I would go to bed and not wake up. That's the way I'm feeling. And I feel like it was very quick, very sudden, very unexpected. So I have a husband here. He keeps on telling me about his passing so sudden and unexpected. He's talking about his heart, that being a big thing. Hi, June. He's talking about his heart being, Elena, this is the thing, is that you don't have to stay, hon. I want you to know that you don't have to stay. Okay. I just don't want to share his words if this is him for you and then you miss it. That's my only thing, honey. That's my only thing. So let me just give a couple of more pieces of evidence. I want to talk about the photo that you have on the nightstand in the bedroom. It might be the dresser, but I think it's the nightstand, the photo of us together. I want to talk about you talking to me at night, speaking to the photo, because I hear you and I know. I also want to talk about you sitting on the edge of the bed because you're not sure if you really can sleep in the bed, because I know you miss me. And I know that you stay on your side of the bed and not even my side of the bed. I know also that you can smell, and this sounds really weird, but you get that sense of smell. You could smell me in the air when I come by you. And I think this is a lot also. So Elena, I don't know if you could understand what's being shared with me. And anyone else, if you can understand this for your husband, let me know, because I know that this husband's sharing this with me. And I know that I can sense and feel him around. So if you could understand this, just let me know. What's funny is that he keeps talking to me about the 2, and then he keeps giving me 3. So he gives me 2 children, and then he gives me 3. So he's kind of changing it. So I just want to share that as well. The 2 and then the 3. The 2 and then the 3. Okay. Very unexpected, but not in his sleep. I don't think it was me. It's okay. I'm going to keep going. He sounds like my husband. Photo by my bed, heart attack, sends him around. So Diane, it may be. So let me just keep going with this, please. Diane, would you understand why he's giving me the 2 and then the 3? And it's around children. So I just want to say it's around children. Diane, would you also understand the connection with the name Kevin? It can be someone who's passed or here. It doesn't matter, but he is giving me the connection with the name Kevin also. Would you also understand? Yeah, he really does, Janet. 2 to 3 is my husband. He had 2 children, first marriage. Oh, thank you, Diane. I have to be with you. That right there, because he kept on giving me that and I was not understanding it. And I didn't want to try to interpret it the wrong way. That right there feels, and I feel like he really he's funny. He's funny because he feels still so connected to family, and he knows you can feel him around and he's around, yet he wants to remind you that he doesn't miss out on anything. So I feel like there's a big birthday coming up, or there's a big something coming up. Granddaughter's father. Perfect. Thank you, hon, for that. So then just knowing that you do understand the Kevin connection too. There's a celebration that's coming up, or there's an event that's coming up that he says that he's going to be there, that he wants you to know that it's there. I love the way, Diane, he communicates. I love the way he does things with me, because he's very straightforward and he doesn't like to change anything. So he made sure that I explained the 2 to 3, because he's like, don't change it. And what it is that he really, I feel like, Diane, has it been a while since you've heard from him? I love this. So happy birthday to you and your two granddaughters. Of course, it's such a big deal. He wouldn't miss it for anything in the world. I feel like you've been looking for him, but haven't felt him as strongly as you have in the past, is what he's saying to me. And he's saying, I'm around. She's just used to me. So it's like, when you tune out a husband because you get on your nerves, that's what she's doing to me now. She doesn't even realize it. She's tuning me out. And I feel like that was just the way he would say things to make you feel better. And that's the way he's making me feel. But the way he talks, he's using his hands. Like, look at this girl. Look at my wife. Look at her. Look at her. Is she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? And that's the way he's making me feel. Like, isn't she beautiful? Like, I love her. Does she know I love her? Like, that's the way he makes me feel. But he would do things in a manner to like make others laugh at the same time. But you knew that he was genuine. You know that he loves you. You know that he's around you. So I love his energy. I love the way he is. I love the sense of humor he has. I love the life that he gives. That's what it is, Diane. It's the life that he gives. He makes me feel like, oh my gosh, this is what living is. So I want you to know that even though you feel like you should have had so many more years together, he's saying the life that you gave him was worth every moment. And he wants you to know that. Because even though we wanted more time together, the time you guys had was beyond special, was beyond amazing. Like, that's what he says. And I could drive her crazy and she wouldn't really complain. She would just take it and roll her eyes. So I'm going to leave you with that from your husband. And thank you for allowing me to read for you. And thank him for just sharing the information and the details the way he did, because I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. So thank you, Diane. For those of you who are new here, just so you know, I go directly to the spirit world. So I don't go to the chat, just so you know. So I get the information from them. I collect it. I share it with you guys. And I say, oh, this is what I'm getting, blah, 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 that whole fun thing. So that's how I work. Yeah, I could tell it was short, Diane. I'm sorry about that, hon. I could feel that. But just remember what he said, because he really wants to stress that even though you guys feel like your time was, I'm going to use the word robbed, he's grateful for every moment that you guys had together. Like, I think that's really important. That was his biggest part of that. And he really, like, just the love that I feel from him. Our loved ones love us, but this is different, Diane. This is like, you're my soul person. You're my connection. You're my go-to girl. My go-to girl. Did he say that to you? Because I've never used that before. I got to say that. So if you guys are new here, just know I do go to the spirit world. I do honor them. I do trust them. I do work with them. It's not that I don't honor or trust you. It's just that I feel like they need to be respected. And I need to trust in them and learn how to trust in them to give exactly who should get the reading, give them that reading. So that's why I do that way. Okay, so let me just see for a second. Just give me a minute, or a moment, I should say. Mary Kate, Mary Catherine. Sorry, I'm just getting some information. I keep on hearing Mary, Catherine, Ann. And I don't know if it's 3 different people or if it's Mary and then Catherine, Ann. But I keep hearing Mary, Catherine, Ann. And I keep hearing shenanigans, which is really odd. Shenanigans. So and I feel like I'm of Irish descent. I want to share this also because he is talking to me. This is an older gentleman. Hi, Carol. He is talking to me about St. Patrick's Day. So he is talking to me about that. So I want to talk about this gentleman. He's mentioning Mary, Catherine, Ann. So Mary, Catherine, Ann. He's talking to me about shenanigans, like the joke of the family with shenanigans or fooling around or doing this type of stuff. But he is coming to me with a very heavy Irish background. So I want to talk about this heavy Irish background. And because I'm saying it this way, he has like an Irish brogue. That's the way it sounds to me. I do, and please don't quote me on this, and I usually don't say this, but please don't quote me on this. I do want to lean towards grandfather, but this could be father, because I know that this is an older gentleman. And I usually know if it's a grandfather or father, and I'm really sorry about this, but I'm just not getting it direct right now. I want to talk about the Irish brogue, the Irish background, the way he is. He's joking around about the shenanigans. He keeps on giving me the names Mary, Catherine, Anne. It's very significant. I know that he would have had a lot of children. So when I say a lot of children, 5 or more, it's a lot of children for me. Just want to say that. 5 or more. So I want to talk about this. This is what I want to talk. I love that word shenanigans. Do you really use it often? I think that might have been the first time in probably many, many, many years that I've used it. And if you guys watch back in the video, you're going to see me stop and like kind of think for a couple minutes, because I'm like, really, am I going to say this out loud? I'm going to sound like a moron saying this, only because it's not a word I use often. So it's like, I feel like I'm going to say it wrong. You love the word shenanigans. I love that. And I don't even spell it right either. So just so you know, I love the fact that you spelled it, because now I see how it's spelled. So if you could resonate with this, and Linda, I don't know, because you use the word often, this might be for you. I don't know, but you would have to understand a grandfather in the spirit world. You would have to understanding the names close to you, can be living or dead, but I would need to understand the names Mary, Catherine, and Anne. It could be Mary Catherine. It could be Catherine Anne, something like that. It would have to be. Oh, I just hit the wrong one. Sorry. I love the word well, right? Let me just see. My mom's middle name is Mary. My aunt is Catherine. We are Irish, Scottish, but not sure about the rest. Julie, do you know about Anne? None of the names. Okay, Linda, thank you for that, hon. Thank you. I appreciate that. We are Irish, Scottish. I love that. We're all loving the word shenanigans. I think it's hysterical right now. I think it's so hysterical to be. No, this is definitely, this guy is Irish. He definitely is. And he's bringing in like his, is it a stein of beer? But I feel like I like my beer, and it's got to be like a Guinness, because there's like a big head on my beer. Like it's just like a nice, like I like my beer. So I'm definitely an Irishman. I want to say that. Just what he's showing me is his pride of the Irish, his pride of this. And he keeps on joking around this shenanigans. He's talking to me about the clotter ring being very significant in the family. So I know that that he would have had one, and that it would have been significant in the family. There's many family members that have them. So I want to talk about that as well. So your daughter's middle name is Anne, but that makes sense. So then, Julie, do you understand Mary? Well, let me just say this. Let me give everything, Julie, and just tell me what you don't understand, okay? I feel like this is a grandfather in the spirit world. I feel like this is a grandfather in the spirit world. I feel like he's got a sense of humor and a half. He likes his beer. He talked to me about Mary, Catherine, Anne. He used the word shenanigans, and he has a connection. I really hear like the Irish connection. Honestly, it could be Scottish, but I hear that Irish brogue. That's what it feels like. It feels like that accent. And I know he would have been a really hard worker, because my hands are rough. So I know I would have worked really hard, and I feel like I would have worked with like machinery or a factory or something like that. So I'm not like a doctor or something like that. I'm more of machinery, factory. I know that I would have had 5 or more children. There's many children in the family. Julie, I know I just gave you a lot. Just tell me what you cannot understand. He was an artist. Give me a second. I'm just getting some more information, because I know you said he died when you were really young. I heard the name Michael as well. So Julie, would you understand Michael? And Julie, would you understand? Let me just get, This might have been grandma. I want to see the connection to the Cancer, and I want to also say the connection to being very religious. And I want to lean towards, I know I said Irish, I'm seeing crosses. So I want to talk about the tremendous religion. My dad went by Michael. See, Julie, I do think I'm with you, hon. Julie, dad is passed. And I want to talk about the prayers and the religion, the very the strong faith. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of what I was thinking. The strong faith. Yes. Yeah, Julie, I do think I'm with you. I really do. And I wouldn't make it fit unless it felt right, but it feels right for me. I feel like this feels right for me because I feel like grandpa is trying to get in. Your dad's grandma was very, okay. So I do think I'm with you. I really do. And the reason why I say this is because everything's hitting on the mark of what I'm saying with all the evidence. So I do feel like I am with you, hon. And I feel like your grandfather's coming through because I feel like he just has a really big sense of humor. If you can understand like this really big sense of humor. And I feel like he just has this way. And I feel like you have this sense of humor. I feel like, and that's okay if you didn't know your dad's parents, because I want to talk about a little bit more. Your dad, that's okay, just your mom's. I want to talk about, but dad's pastime, because I feel like I have dad on the other side. Would you understand this? Having dad on the other side? Because I do feel dad on the other side, or I feel like a father figure on the other side. And Julie, would you also know who are they talking about when they talk to me about the two children? You're the one who has the two children, because they keep on, mom and dad are both passed. Okay. Give me a second, hon. And Julie, you would have the two children, because I keep hearing the two children, two children, two children. Give love to the two children. I feel like there's like the families together, and I feel like grandfather came through because he's the one who wanted to say everybody's names. And I feel like he kind of wanted to tease me because of the way he spoke. And I feel like that's why he wanted to come through. While dad makes me feel like, okay, mom and dad were both from a family of two. Okay, so that makes sense though, because if it's two, I keep getting two, you only have one child. I'm not going to get into private things, Julie. I keep seeing two, but I'm going to put that to the side for a second because I don't want to get into your private business. But I do want to share that dad keeps on talking to me about his passing and his time, and also losing mom. Mom is more set back. And what I mean by that is she's kind of letting dad speak right now. She's kind of letting him take the reins. I know that I keep on seeing a connection with mom and mom's ring. I know that dad keeps on talking to me about his watch being handed down. I know also in the family that there would be a connection to the military, because he keeps on showing me a connection in the family to the military. I also know, Julie, that you're very cautious of what you're eating and what you're doing, and what you're putting into your body. So I want to just mention that, because he's saying how you're trying to take care of yourself. You're trying to make sure that you stay healthy, and they see that and they know that. So I just want to share that as well. I also know January would be very significant. So that would be a birthday, anniversary, or month of passing for you or someone close to you in the family. So I also see that also. Your dad was in the Air Force. Beautiful. So I know that I'm with you. I know this is your dad. I know that he is very much watching over you, and he knows that you're eating carefully. So what he's saying, that he's really proud of you, because he knows it's not easy, and he knows it takes a lot of discipline, and he sees how you're doing this and you're really trying your hardest, and he just wants to say how proud he is. And it's not that mom's not talking, and it's not anything like that. It's just that dad wants to kind of step forward and be the one who's talking right now, because he feels like I feel like you haven't heard from him. So he's like, it's my turn. Mom is here. She's good. She's okay. So just know that. But it's my turn to talk. So that's what he's sharing with me. So I just want to share that with you to know that dad's watching over. Mom is absolutely there giving you love. But dad's the one who wanted to step forward and say how proud he is for the strength that you have, that you're taking care of yourself the way you are. And keep doing what you're doing. Happy birthday to your sister in January. Since dad mentioned January, just to throw that in there also, because I see you said it was your sister's birthday. So I want to leave that with you as well. And also with love, of course, from all of them on the other side. And I hope that this brings you some peace, Julie. Okay. All right. Let me just take a drink of water. It's so funny because I saw Jeff say the goat, and it made me think of one of my kids, because one of my students after last year had messaged me to tell me that I was the goat. And I giggled because it's so funny how the way I am here is very, very different than the way I am in the classroom. Very different. And I always say, like, it's amazing how kids just want structure, how they just want someone to say, no, you have to get this done, whether you want to do it or not, because I'm very strict in the classroom. So when she called me the goat, I had to laugh. I had to laugh because I loved her to death. I love all my kids to death, but I had to laugh. Okay. Hi, Lisbeth. How are you? All right. So let me just continue. Your company distributes smart water? Really, Noah? That's pretty cool. I had to get this because I was severely dehydrated. And it's because at work, since the majority of my students are online, I'm sitting in front of the computer. So I'm not moving around. When I was teaching in the classroom, I was always moving around. I would always have a water bottle in my hand, so I would drink it throughout the day. And now I really don't. I'm severely dehydrated. So I actually have the one that has like the alkaline and the pH, all that fun stuff. That's pretty cool though. So, and I usually don't see, I just want to say this. I usually don't see, but they're showing me really in my mind's eye, but I'm also able to see in a certain way. And I do see a grandmother sitting in front of me with a granddaughter. So you would need to understand grandma being in the spirit world. And please listen to the way I'm wording this. And her granddaughter would also be in the spirit world. So grandmother and granddaughter. So this is the way I need to share this. Okay. So they would both be in the spirit world. You would need to understand this in this manner. I know that grandma would have passed first and granddaughter would have passed after. I do know that. Jen, my grandma. Okay. That's very interesting. Give me a second. Let me just get a little bit more, hon. Okay. Would you, and Carol, you're saying yes also. Okay. Let me just get a little bit more. Because as I sit here, I know that grandma is very, she's very quiet and reserved and very peaceful feeling. Nancy, just listen for a second, hon, okay? Very peaceful feeling. Like she wants me to know that everything's okay and she has everything handled. And I feel like this is the way she would have been in life. Like if you would worry about something, she's making me feel like, oh, she would make you feel better. Tell you not to worry about it. I'll take care of it, or it will get better. This is the way she's making me feel. Mom, I don't know if I should call her grandma or mom, but I'm going to say the grandmother that I have here with me, that's with the granddaughter, she is making my chest feel like I'm coughing. So I feel like there's a chest issue going on because I have a cough that's consistent and really bothering me. Give me one sec. I know mom would have been, and I'm sorry to share this, but this is what she's showing me. I know mom would have been buried with a dress. So I know that she would have had a dress on. And mom makes me feel like she was at peace before her passing. So if I could share that I was at peace before my passing. So I don't feel like I suffered. I feel like I was ready. It was okay. We could do this, that kind of thing. Okay. Let me just get a little more. Okay, so your mom was at peace before her passing. Okay, let me just get a little bit more. She's really presenting herself to me. Dad, actually, her husband's on the other side too. Her husband's on the other side. So I know that it would be grandma, the grandfather, and granddaughter. Now, I understand that some of us are saying mom, dad, that I understand because granddaughter, that's the way I'm going. So I want to say grandfather, grandmother, granddaughter are all there. That's what I'm seeing. They're all there. Now, give me a second because I just want to make sure that I understand this. I feel like grandfather passed before grandma and before granddaughter. So I feel like they passed as well. I'm getting a lot of yeses, which I really didn't expect. Yes, my father. Yes, Carol. Give me a second. I'm going to really ask for something significant here because I want to make sure that I touch upon the right stuff. Jen, that's true for you too. Okay, give me a second. Oh, we got 3 minutes. Let's see. We'll get this done, I promise. And Jane, that definitely can fit because if you notice the way my wording was, it was very important. Okay. So let me just get a little bit more. I know that grandfather would have been heart related, or let me just say this, grandfather would have had a heart condition. Let me just say that. Granddaughter, she keeps giving me the number 27 as significant. I'm not saying she was 27 years old. She keeps giving me the number 27 as significant. I know that granddaughter would have passed sudden and unexpectedly. So I want to talk about the sudden and unexpected passing. That's very important to know. I want to also talk about, is it a ring? I keep on seeing a significant ring connected to granddaughter, a significant ring. And I feel like it's not a big ring. It's not a crazy ring. It's not a big deal, but it's her ring. So I feel like it's very significant, the ring as well. Shelly, thank you for saying no, hon. That's very helpful, actually. Thank you for that, hon. Nancy, you say 26. Jen, you said my sister said an unexpected, and Carol's saying yes. Let me just get a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm asking for a really big piece of evidence that will solidify this for you guys. I want to talk about the sunflowers. So either sunflowers are your favorite flower or you literally have a sunflower tattoo. There's something significant. Something connection to the sunflowers. And I don't want to miss out on this, but I just want to give this message for those of you who could take this. And I'm not sure who it's for exactly. So Carol, you can understand the sunflowers. So let me just give this because I feel like what I want to say is that we're all here together. We're all safe together. I feel like there's been so much loss. We have grandfather, we have grandmother, we have, granddaughter. There's so much going on here, but they come to me in this feeling of peace, this feeling of love, this feeling of I'm okay. Oh, I can, Jim? Okay, good. Thank you, Jim. So I don't have to rush this then. Thank you, Jim. I want to talk about this feeling of peace and love and just like I know that daughter. Wait, I just want to say this also. Sunflowers today. Oh my God, I love that. I know that I keep on seeing the significance of, and please listen to this, the significance of, I love this, the way they're doing this, the significance of a nameplate. So a necklace that would have had the name on it, or yeah, it's a necklace. I don't want to change that. A necklace with a name on it, something that's significant, the necklace with a name on it, because that's very significant as well also. No, you can't rush spirit. But when you have a show on after you, usually you have to. But hey, I'm okay today, so thank God. Carol's saying yes. Good night, Noelle. Thank you for joining us. Your daughter wore one, Nancy? Okay, because I know that this is significant, this nameplate. Okay, so I also want to talk about, wait, let me just go on because I feel like the daughter wants to step forward. I feel like I'm seeing this long, gorgeous hair for the daughter, for the granddaughter. I see this long, gorgeous hair. The reason why I'm saying granddaughter is because the grandparents are who came through. So I want to talk about this. I want to talk about my long, gorgeous hair. And I want to just talk about how, like, I feel like for the granddaughter, she really wants to let the family know that she's okay. She really does. I feel like that's the most important thing. Like she keeps on showing me, she shows me as like a little girl. And I want to say around 10. I'm not saying she passed at 10. I just want to share with you guys. I want to share the memory that she would have had around 10 being with grandparents. Not saying the grandparents that are there with her now, but being with grandparents. And I see her putting herself between her grandmother and her grandfather on the couch. So I feel like this is a significant memory as well. And that memory of like having the pigtails that were crooked, that weren't put together, and having the braids put in her hair. All of these memories is what she's sharing with me. And what she's saying is, I want my family to know I'm okay. I want my family to know that I have my grandparents with me. I want my family to know that I'm loved on the other side as much as I was here. So I think that's really important for us to know. All right. So I know that there's a few of us who are saying yes. I just want to give you the love from your entire family that's coming through and the way that they're coming through. And usually I ask them not to show me them, but they showed me them. And I think it was because when I see them, they look at so much as so peaceful, so happy, so serene. And I think that's why, if you notice, I was very relaxed during this. So it's like, oh, yes, like I could feel this love that's in the air. So I just want to leave that with you guys. I want to say thank you for joining me here tonight. And I hope to see you guys on Tuesday for Animal Whispers when I connect with the animals. Don't forget to check out my Instagram because you can see Piper sleeping in my bed and taking up everything, which is absolutely ridiculous. But thank you for joining me here tonight, and I hope to see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great night, everyone, and be blessed.